1 out of every 4 people will experience a mental illness at some point in their lives that would benefit from diagnosis and treatment.
The Bethlem Gallery is an extension of the varied arts programme within the grounds of the Bethlem Royal Hospital, where participation and access to the arts is an essential aid to recovery and well-being.
The opportunities for creativity for people who have had mental illness is a great therapeutic opportunity and a fantastic acknowledgement of what people who have mental illness can contribute to the wider community.
We aim to break down the barriers and challenge the stigma, and we embrace and nurture the talents and abilities of the people we work with, and we offer them a safe place for this to be expressed. Well, this is the art room, which is based within the occupational therapy department at Bethlem. We also have the textiles department and the pottery department as well, and woodwork, drama and dance therapists that work here in Aikido, a full programme of different occupational therapy groups. We like to create a very open studio, and we want it to be a safe space that people can really feel that they can just relax and kind of express themselves.
It's really important that it's very friendly, that people can feel they can try things out without feeling intimidated.
It's as far away as we can be from a clinical setting. We're not judging anybody.
I was diagnosed schizophrenic and I cope with my symptoms by doing my artwork. I won't take any medication, I won't draw a picture of it. What is worrying me? That's the therapy side of it.
It's quite a social space as well, isn't it? Bringing people together and often quite isolated.
And that's what people need, you know, they need peer support. You know, obviously being in hospital can be quite a negative thing, you can feel quite low. To come over here and have a kind of escape from that can be a really, really powerful thing.
It's my way of using my mind that is creative, constructive. I've banged away at it for the last 28 years, and there's hardly a day gone by when I haven't woven or been thinking about weaving, and that's been a very healing process.
Art steers away from rules and regulations and boxes and is much freer.
It's therapeutic in that it's getting people to engage in something which either distracts them or involves them in a different sort of way that somehow takes them away from thinking about themselves and their problems.
It does help a lot, because once you just start drawing and painting, you're sitting for 2 hours and you're putting everything on the paper, not drawing down. That's my way of helping myself out.
I suppose it's most basic, it's using activity as a way of enabling people to improve how they're feeling, gain confidence, practice new things, learn new things, find out things about themselves.
I've always basically used art as coming to terms, I think, and it's the same theory as a talking therapy, you know, you get it out, don't leave it inside, bring it out.
It's just fantastic to see people grow throughout the time attending the sessions.
It's pretty unique, the services here. You need something else in your life when you leave, something that you can continue to keep you well.
There's a part of each day that I spend working on my engravings. Since I was 18 I've been bipolar, and there's never been any peace in my mind like the peace that this has given me. It's more than therapy, it's a medicine, because it helps me to control sort of the demons inside.
And as well as recording the experience of patients over the years, the Archives and Museum also seeks to celebrate their achievements. We have got on display a large number of artworks that patients and former patients have painted. In many cases they are trying to express through their art their own feelings and their thoughts at a time that could have been very traumatic for them. The value of the collection is not so much if someone thought that you could diagnose from it, but because of this profound sense you have of the artist's expression.
I've been doing quite a lot of work since I've been ill, much more productive than when I was supposedly well. I was expressing all the terrible things I felt, and I got out all the pain and all the confusion and all the strange things you think when you're ill.
There's a lot of ignorance about mental health issues. There's a lot of fear around them. If you are unwell mentally, you don't get the same support as you would if you were suffering physically. And part of the reason we have this artwork on display is so that we can open up discussions about mental health issues which are safe in a way.
It tends to be, and it still is in society, a great stigma to have a mental illness. And I think anything that knocks down those preconceptions is incredibly valuable. I can't say how much.
Bethlem Gallery is a professional gallery space, so people who have been practicing art their whole lives, people who've encountered their artistic voice whilst they're here at Bethlem or through occupational therapy, and artists from outside as well who've got work concerning some issues around mental health.
To be invited to put my work up in a gallery was probably the most defining moment of my whole life. It was all the Christmases I never had put together. Yeah.
We collaborate both with occupational therapy here and the museum here on the site. About 3 times a year we show work from the reserve collection of the museum.
And so what we've got here is not just the history of Bethlem Hospital, it's trying to put across the creativity of past and present artists, ranging from Richard Dadd and Louis Wayne, round to work which is produced by artists who are here today and who are current mental health service users.
That's really exciting for visitors to come and see the context and the history alongside the contemporary work, particularly work that is for education and the destigmatisation of mental health, showing people's abilities rather than their disabilities.
My name is Gemma Anderson. At the minute I'm working on a Welcome Trust art project with Bethlem Hospital. It's really interesting for me to see the way that the patients are living and their environment, and then to talk to them within that environment about their experience of being in hospital and being a patient and their relationship with the psychiatrist. And like they're quite interested in what my perspective is as an artist, so we've been able to talk about that and relate to each other. And I was really interested in that setup, and how the patients are encouraged to make artwork is brilliant, and that's definitely a very important form of expression for them, and I think it's really good to encourage that.